everyone, I'm Nikita and I'm the owner of Haute Cakes, one of South Africa's first online high-end patisseries. Today I'm going to show you not to make a dessert, but to make a work of art. Something to really wow your guests for a dinner party or for a weekend time treat. So we're going to be making a vanilla bean panna cotta with dark chocolate mousse, 50% couverture, and a hazelnut sablé breton, which is basically a French butter cookie. And we'll be finishing that off with a stunning mirror glaze and chocolate feathers. Join me, we are going to have a lot of fun today. First step today would be to start with the vanilla bean panna cotta. Now, what exactly is a panna cotta? It's an Italian dessert made of sweetened cream and thickened with gelatine and molded to your heart's desire. An entremet is basically a layered dessert, a mousse-based layered dessert. The first thing you'll have to do before you start your panna cotta is to bloom your gelatine. Basically, blooming your gelatine means that you're mixing it with water and you're allowing it to bloom, essentially. So, for the panna cotta, we start with 5 grams gelatine. And I use about a 220 bloom gelatine. That means it's the strength of the gelatine. You get from 200 to 250 bloom. I'm using a 220 bloom gelatine. And again, accuracy of your ingredients is essential. You're going to thumb suck your ingredients. You can't guarantee that your outcome will be perfect. So that's 5 grams gelatine, 2 tablespoons ice cold water. So you just want to mix it in there nicely. Make sure all the gelatine is dissolved. You'll have to let that bloom for 5 to 10 minutes. While we're doing that, we can start with our panna cotta. Alright, so you want to use 500 grams cream. Alright, so here inside our pot we placed 500 grams of cream, 75 grams of sugar, as well as our cut and scraped vanilla pod. We'll place that onto a gentle heat. We want to melt the sugar completely. We're going to bring it just to a simmer. You don't want to boil it too much. You want to work very gently with these ingredients. Right, so we have let our vanilla bean infuse with the cream for 20 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour it into our silicone mold. Next step that we are going to focus now on is the sablé breton. We have preheated our oven to 180 degrees. So now we start with measuring our ingredients. Right, so our French butter cookie is in the oven. Now we are going to make our merguez, which is my favorite part. We were just talking about baking being a very technical art. If you don't get your measurements correct, you can't expect your outcome to be a masterpiece. A few ways to make merguez, but for the purpose of today's demonstration, I'm going to make a very basic one, but the outcome will be just as striking and just as stunning. Again, if you make it correctly. Three important things to note would be, firstly, to not get any air bubbles in your merguez. That is absolutely essential to the flawless shine that you want in the end. And then secondly, your temperatures have to be spot on. So you want to basically glaze your dessert between 28 to 38 degrees Celsius. You want your glaze to be that temperature. Otherwise, if it's too hot, it's going to simply slide off your entremet. You're going to see it right through your entremet. The glaze is going to be transparent. If it's going to be too cold, your merguez is going to be clumpy and thick, and it's just going to look like a complete hot mess. You don't want that either. So let's keep things as professional as possible. If you do need to take your temperature, the merguez temperature in the end, then you can do that. But by now I'm so used to doing it, I can actually feel when the temperature is ideal. You can also see, the texture. You get to know as you go along. So firstly, we want to bloom our gelatine. Alright, we are going to be using 10 grams. Actually, let's double the recipe. I find that usually I do actually require more merguez in the end, so let's double our recipe. Let's do 20 grams. There's our gelatine, set that aside. Okay, for the rest of the ingredients, 200 grams of condensed milk, components for our entremet today. Our second component, or the second layer of the dessert, would be the chocolate mousse. We use 50% dark chocolate, couverture again. So I cannot stress enough the importance of using a high quality couverture chocolate for any dessert. You cannot use compound chocolate for chocolate mousse. Alright, so we're using 52% dark chocolate. It creates a perfect balance between the vanilla and the chocolate. Anything more intense will basically overpower your vanilla, and that's not what you want to do. You want to complement the vanilla. So we're going to start with our gelatine. Once again, we do that first so that it has time to bloom. We use 4 grams gelatine and 20 ml cold water. Alright, so now for the really exciting part and the grand finale. Our dessert is fully frozen and now we are going to unmold and glaze it. So that is your almost end product. You can see all those gorgeous vanilla seeds there that have dropped to the surface. Stunning. Make sure that your dessert is on a very even and well balanced surface, otherwise it's going to fall once you've glazed it. Alright, so we have glazed our gorgeous entremet. It's looking stunning. Now we are going to decorate it with some chocolate feathers that I did make ahead of time. Simple decoration is best for something like this. There is your stunning entremet, ready for your guests to enjoy.